Hello and welcome to Monarch Nation News. I'm Nick Baker.
And I'm Delaney Lyman.
Time for some current events. This has been a big week worldwide as the world anti-apartheid leader Nelson Mandela passed away at 95 years old. Mandela was well known for his active role in the anti-apartheid movement in Africa. He is possibly best known for his ability to forgive those who imprisoned him for decades. President Obama stated, "We thank you for sharing Nelson Mandela with the world," at a ceremony remembering the leader. Nelson Mandela made a large impact on the world, and the loss of this leader is felt throughout the nations.
The world will definitely feel the impact of losing such a prominent figure as Nelson Mandela.
Is your hair frozen?
No? Okay, yes. But it's so cold outside, I couldn't even find a good parking spot this morning.
That's a good point. Students, when there's snow covering the lots, please be careful and make sure you're not parked wrong or illegally.
It really grinds my gears when people can't park right.
Speaking of grinding people's gears, let's check in with Andrew Garrison and check out what's hot this week with the grinding.
Hello, Monarch Nation. My name's Andrew Garrison. You want to know what really grinds my gears? Bandwagon fans. Webster's Dictionary defines it as anyone who claims they are a fan of a particular sports team, even though they have no prior interest in the team until they began winning. This is what I'm talking about.
Were you at the game last night? We got our first win.
Yeah, I was at the game. Hey, you said
you guys gonna watch the Iron Bowl Saturday? Alabama's gonna beat Auburn bad, man.
56-yarder. Does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game.
I'm sick and tired of these Bama, Heat, and Red Sox fans popping out everywhere. I mean, you live in Papillion, Nebraska. Well, my name's Andrew Garrison with Monarch Broadcasting, War Eagle.
You know, I really wish all these Bama fans would hop off their bandwagon.
Nick, I'm a Bama fan.
Oh, what's up, Bama? Well, moving on, I'm sure dude in the hall, Cal Matheson, has some great questions for this week. Cal?
I'm Cal Matheson, and this is Dude in the Hall. If we could change the school mascot, what would it be?
Lion. I don't know, just lion.
Alright. If we were to change our mascot from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
I think I would like it to be a cougar. Because, you know what I mean? Be strong, like a cougar.
Alright. If we were to change our school mascots from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
I would have to say a bear, because nobody wanted to mess with a bear. Bears are pretty strong.
If we were to change our school mascot from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
I like the Lobos. Lobos are a cool name for a mean gray wolf. The Lobos.
If we were to change our mascot from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
A warrior.
Why?
Because they're big and cool.
If we were to change our mascot from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
A ferret, because they're fast and sneaky.
If we were to change our mascot from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
To the Bulls.
Why?
Because that's my favorite basketball team.
Alright. If we were to change our mascot from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
A horse?
Why?
I don't know.
Just like the horses?
Yeah.
Alright. Good. If we were to change our mascot from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
Go from the Monarchs, Jets, because they're fast and efficient.
Alright. If we were to change our mascot from the Monarchs, what would it be and why?
A shark, because of Sharkeisha.
Don't kick her, Sharkeisha.
Okay.
Don't kick her.
Sure, Keisha.
I know, right? It's so... We're back.
Those were some great questions, Cal. Sure got us thinking about what life would be like if we weren't Monarchs.
Well, while we're still the Monarchs, let's check in with our varsity sports team.
The Papillion-La Vista swim team opened their season with a victory against Lincoln Southeast, 208 to 152. Notable events of the night included sophomore Michael Bankston taking first place in the 50 freestyle with a time of 23.5 seconds. Also, senior Jeff Kavanaugh with a time of 51.1 seconds in the 100 freestyle. On the girls' team, junior Brianna McCullough took first place in the 50 and 100 freestyle, both with a state secondary cut. Both the boys and girls will face Millard South this Saturday at 2 p.m.
Braxton Murphy coming in for the sophomore Chad Lechtenberg.
Doherty to the basket. His drive is good for 2 points. So Doherty scoring all of the points for the Monarchs so far.
Risky pass by Ayo. Under the ball to Tyler, who goes in strong and finishes for 2.
It's 10 points now for Tyler Doherty tonight. Olsen underneath.
Pass right to Jack Kalina. 3-on-1 situation. Jack Kalina will finish. Cut this lead to 5.
And with that, this game is over with Monarchs with the surprising win of a 56-51 on their first regular season game.
Thank you all.
And that shot is no good, but we have Ashley Nelson getting it back in. Kicks it out to Katie Oswald, top of the key for 3, and it falls. Dargy to O'Dowd, up and it's good. That'll pull the Monarchs ahead, 26-24, 38 left in this half. How the never. Laura Cook wide open, goes in for the layup. Nice and easy, no contact. At the end of the game here, we have Monarchs with the win with 50 points against the Spartan 44, Sean. Pulling out with a really big lead, which we haven't seen much of this whole game. Yeah, Daniel, and I think it really does come down to those free throws towards the end of the game.
That's a Monarch takedown for 2.
Seems like our Monarchs are really turning up the heat out there.
Absolutely, Nick. Our varsity athletics are really starting out strong.
Man, Delaney, are you hungry?
Oh my gosh, yes. I forgot to eat lunch yesterday, and then I was so busy studying for finals that I forgot dinner and breakfast.
Wait, you didn't eat lunch yesterday? I thought you brought your lunch.
Well, I did, but I have third lunch, and they were all out of food.
That's interesting. Let's see what our reporter Warren Babel has to say about this.
Good morning, Monarchs. I'm Warren Babel. Lunchtime is important to students and faculty alike. It's a time for everyone to refuel after a busy morning full of learning. Students can use it to chat with their friends or catch up on homework while grabbing a burger. Teachers can enjoy time away from their students while they get ready for the afternoon. But when certain foods are absent from the lunchroom, despite being present on the lunch board, it can ruin a student's whole afternoon. Senior Sean Kroll, a student in third lunch, has noticed consistent shortages of foods during third lunch.
I've actually noticed a lot of shortages kind of consistently throughout this year, especially in the cheeseburgers. I know especially they're usually low on those. There's really never pizza every time I go to lunch, so those are the main shortages.
Junior Jack Kalina believes this problem stems from an excess of food being bought during first lunch.
I think that there's not enough food there because all the bigger kids in first lunch, they like to eat, so they eat it all, and then there's not enough left for third lunch kids.
While it is unclear why some of these foods have consistently been short, the PLHS lunchroom manager assured me that she has complete confidence in her PLHS lunchroom staff and their ability to feed every student. She added that on most days, the staff actually has an excess of food that they have to throw away at the end of the day. Assistant Principal Dr. O'Hanlon is the administrator in charge of setting up the lunch schedule. Dr. O'Hanlon also has complete confidence in the PLHS lunch staff and said that she works hard to make sure each lunch period has an equal amount of students.
Well, we do. We work really hard during the summer to plan out lunch periods and make sure that we don't have one lunch that's super heavy and one lunch that is really low in numbers. We do that on the backside to make sure that we're keeping it balanced. You know, there's some classes that have to have lunch third, like PE, so that you're not eating lunch and then trying to go to PE. Or some sciences we try to split up so that they can have a full time for lab. But we work really hard to make sure that lunches are equal across.
It's important for students to understand that the school's faculty works hard to make sure everything runs smoothly. However, there is always room for error. That's why we must help the lunch staff make our lunches easier.
Well, honestly, I mean, kids are probably going to eat what they want to eat, but, you know, if you're going to eat 3 cheeseburgers for lunch, maybe think about that guy in third lunch who would like to have 1, you know, but and maybe mix it up. You know, don't get pizza every day, don't get a hamburger every day. There's a lot of selection at the lunch. You know, that's never really been a problem. There's always a lot of selection. It's just those 2 main things always seem to be gone.
First and third lunch students alike can agree that our lunch staff works hard to provide food for our students. From the Monarch Broadcasting Studio, I'm Warren Babel. Have a great rest of your day, Monarch Nation.
That's all we have for this week.
Stay tuned to future Monarch Nation news shows. Be sure to check out our website at www.monarchbroadcasting.com.
You can also stay updated by following us at PLHS_broadcast.
You can tweet us during live sports events and tweet us ideas for future segments, Dude in the Hall, or Grinds My Gears topics.
Until next time, I'm Delaney Lyman.
And I'm Nick Baker. You stay classy, Monarch Nation.